So what's up, you guys? It's been a while since we've done a just sit down conversation where we talk about gaming news or something that's rocking the gaming world. This is something that I love, absolutely love to do, but we don't do so much of anymore because I've been really on the Call of Duty grind. But something that interested me so much was the Ghost of Tsushima sequel, which is known to be called Ghost of Yotei. It is making a lot of noise. Let's keep it simple, right? It's making a lot of noise, and the main reason that it is because of its female protagonist. A lot of people loved Ghost of Tsushima, and it is one of the better games of the past 5 years. It was so good. It wasn't groundbreaking, but it tried some new things. It innovated. It took some risk, and honestly, on a personal level, I really enjoyed it. Now, you guys, if you've been a long time fan of the channel, you already know my story with Ghost of Tsushima. I got into the game only because my uncle kept bugging me about it. He told me how much he thought it was going to be a good game, and so he convinced me to get it for myself. And now this game, it took me a bit to warm up on because it didn't grab my attention like right off the bat. Like the very first intro mission was great, but it took me a bit to really warm up to it. But once I did, I fell in love with the world. And so, like many of you, I've been waiting for a sequel to be announced. I knew that it was coming. I knew that something was going to happen at some point, but I just didn't know when. And so many other people that cover gaming news or other journalists or other people in the know were speculating that a Ghost of Tsushima sequel was going to come very soon. There's probably videos out there about a story pitch that some people were doing about what Jin Sakai was going to be doing in his next adventure and where it could take him. Some people were thinking that maybe we could leave the island of Tsushima and head somewhere else in feudal Japan. But the announcement of Yotei rubbed some people the wrong way. And we know what type of world we live in today. Anything can get blown out of proportion. There's a lot of woke talk. There's a lot of trolls. There's a lot of craziness out there. And I think there's a fine line between, yeah, I get it, and no, I don't get it. Right? That's not for me to say. The real question is the Ghost of Tsushima sequel, Ghost of Yotei, destined to fail? Is it destined to be a flop? Because it changed something core about the game, because we have a new protagonist and it's a woman and it's not what people want. Is it going to fail because of that? Quite frankly, I don't think so. I don't think the game's going to fail in any way. Now, I don't really pay much attention to these types of things because I know when they try to force BS on you. And I hate that. I hate when they try to force stuff on you. So I get what you guys are talking about. It's something that I don't like. But in this particular sense, I don't think that it's being forced. I don't think that it's woke. I don't think it's just some BS. I think they decided to go on a direction with the game, and it so happened to be a female. And I think that the third game could probably be another male, and so on and so forth. When a character is done right, and a game is well made, I don't really mind if we have a female protagonist or a male protagonist, because if there's a gaming studio that crafts good games or they have done well, I trust them. I trust them whether it's a woman or a man in the role, because I think if it's gonna give me and it's what I want and it's going to satisfy me, then great. For example, the Horizon series. I'm happy to play as Aloy, and I believe that Aloy was the right choice. I can't really envision anyone else playing the character of Aloy or gender swapping it to a man, right? Like I don't know if Horizon would have hit the same if I was playing as a dude. I just don't know. It seems like a series that meant for Aloy. Then you have other things like for example, The Last of Us. I wanted The Last of Us to just be for Joel. Playing as Ellie was fine because I enjoy Ellie. I like her as a character, and I could see it happening. And you know, they make good games, so I thought, okay, Ellie was fine as well, and I played it. But there's also certain games that I cannot play as a female, and I don't like it, quite honestly. If we look at Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a lot of you guys would have probably played that game, and the canon storyline apparently follows Cassandra. But I didn't play with Cassandra, I played with Alexios. And for me, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is Alexios' story. I don't see Cassandra as the good person. I've never played with her. I never want to play with her because it just felt to me like in that time period, at that time, I needed to be Alexios, and I wanted to be Alexios, and I loved Alexios' performance. And so it was male driven. And Cyberpunk 2077 is another one. You get to choose whether you want to be a man or a woman, right? Female V or male V. I could never envision myself playing Cyberpunk as female V. Yeah, absolutely never. I don't like it. I don't want to be her. Like, I want to be V, the male V, because it just made sense to me, and I preferred that. And so for Ghost of Tsushima, you had a character like Jin Sakai, and I thought it was great, and I love the world that they crafted. Now, with Jin Sakai, I was brought into the world of the Ghost. But if we would have flipped it and the game would have been Ghost of Yōtei released first and we would have had this female protagonist, I actually may have not gotten the game because for some reason I just wouldn't have been as attracted to it. I wouldn't have. Am I gonna trip and bitch and be like, oh well, this and no, but I just wouldn't have been as attracted to the game had it been a female protagonist first. But now that I got into the game, I got into the world, I know what Sucker Punch can deliver. I know what they're going to deliver. Now that I know what the Ghost world is, I'm absolutely willing to give Yotei a shot and play as this female protagonist. So long story short, no, I don't think it's gonna affect. I think that there's some loud noises. I think that some people might be angry, and that's fine. Sometimes when I see certain things change about a franchise that I like if we have a male protagonist and then they switch it to a female, I do get a little pissed off. Like, I'm like, well, sometimes I didn't need that. But other times, I think it's fine. And I think sometimes we blow this stuff out of proportion for views, to rattle some heads and to piss some people off. And I think that is what happens. So I think the people that are hating on it, most of them probably didn't even care to play Ghost of Tsushima. Most of them probably didn't intend to ever play Ghost of Tsushima, but they just saw that it was a swap and they're like, you know what, let's make some noise, let's rattle some cages. And it works all the time. People get pissed off, and I get it. And I know that some people who really enjoy the first game really won't get the second one because they just can't play as a female character. They can't. And is that right or wrong? It doesn't matter. If you can, you can. It's what you like. It's preference. And it's gaming. And because it's gaming, anyone can choose to do whatever they want to do. My uncle, for example, the one who got me into Ghost of Tsushima, he loved the game. He loves that Japanese culture. He loves the Chinese movies. He loves the samurai. He loves that. And he really, really, really loved Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't talked to him about this yet, but I can guarantee you he will not be getting Ghost of Yotei. I guarantee you he won't, because he's never, ever been able to play as a female character. He does not like it. He doesn't enjoy it. He doesn't want to do it.
Not up in here!
And that's fine, dog. I respect it. And he might think that it's some BS that they changed it into a woman or whatever. But again, it is what it is. It's a preference. So I know that there's some fans of Tsushima like him that won't play it just because they can't envision themselves playing as a female. And again, I get it. But there has been a lot of talk on it. And to be quite honest, I really don't like to find out who the actor is. Like, oh, this is the actor who's playing. Like, who's this actor? Let me go look. I don't care what DiCaprio is doing outside of his acting career because he's a damn badass actor. I'm going to watch him every time. I don't care what Brad Pitt is doing because I'm going to watch him every damn time. I don't care what Troy Baker is doing on the outside world because if he's in a game, I know it's going to be good. I don't care what they're doing with their outside lives because sometimes you see that or you get into that and it might piss you off and it might rub you the wrong way about a person. So now the actress who's going to be playing the main character in Ghost of Yotei, I can't remember the character's name. So Atsu. So the character, the woman that's playing Atsu, apparently, I'm not even going to go into her background or what she does, but I found her, apparently she was blocking some people on Twitter because she was blocking the trolls that were making fun of her or calling her some woke stuff, right? I kind of went into her Twitter because I saw that. I was like, oh, let me go into her Twitter. Her name is Erica. And I started to see a little bit of her background and stuff like that. And so immediately what I did is I just got off of the page because whatever she wants to do or whatever she's into, it shouldn't affect necessarily the story of Ghost of Yotei because I don't want to know who the hell she is. I don't care too much for that. I'm really interested in Atsu. I'm interested in the story that Ghost of Yotei is going to tell. I'm interested in the world building that it's going to do. I'm interested in the struggles that her character is going to go through. I don't give a shit about what she's doing or what she's saying. And so I pulled back and I said, let's leave everything where it is. I think she's going to do a phenomenal job in this game. Have I ever seen her act? No. Have I ever heard her voice? No. But I trust Sucker Punch. I trust that they're going to deliver a great story, and I trust that they're going to deliver great set pieces. The backlash of it being a woman is going to die down in a few weeks. Not even weeks. It's probably going to die down in a few days, and everything's going to go right back to normal, and we're going to be excited to just be playing a new Ghost of Tsushima game. And so that's just how it is. And so I just wanted to bring that out to you guys' attention, talk to you guys about it. And again, the main question of this video is Ghost of Yotei destined to fail? I don't think so. I think there's some people that won't like it. I think there is some people that won't buy it. But I think overall, people are still gonna get into it, and people are gonna love it because it is just beautiful. It's cinema. It's great. It's gonna be awesome, and I know it is already. I know it is. It has to be, because the first one was so good. There's, they can fuck up the second one. They sure can, but I don't think that they will. I trust that they won't. And so, this was fun. It was fun talking to you guys about this type of stuff, getting into the gaming talks. Now, for the avid viewers of the channel, the Call of Duty content is going to continue on a weekly basis, but for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to try really, really hard to dive into other topics, more gaming news, and I want to extend into more of the gaming world because I love that. I love that so much, and I don't want to leave it behind. So weekends, expect different content. Throughout the week, expect Call of Duty.